Welcome to JG's Fight Talk, sponsored by Rich's Boxing and Limitless Creations. And with me now, Nicola Hopewell. How you doing, Nicola?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, really good. Your big fight up next that you've been looking forward to for some time. Shannon Courtenay versus Ebony Bridges for the vacant WBA World Bantamweight title. It's all happening, but before we have a chat about it quickly, we're going to have some of this.
Are you ready?
Welcome to JG's Fight Talk, sponsored by Rich's Boxing and Limitless Creations. I have to get those in or I get a smack wrist from Phil. How are you doing, Nicola? How do you see this one going?
Yeah, I'm really good, thank you. I'm hoping Ebony gets the stoppage, to be honest, which she is more than capable of doing.
Yeah, I've put my bet on. Fingers crossed. Let's just see how this one goes. It's going to be one of those. Both women are going to come forward. Both women want this fight more than ever.
Yeah.
I think Ebony came out with one of the best things I've ever heard in something the other day when she said, "I'm going to smash her face like a crab."
I mean, with the drop meat pie one as well.
Yeah, it's comedy gold, but at the same time, the girl means business. You know, we know her pretty well. We were lucky enough to watch her last fight, although we weren't there. She throws a mean uppercut and some great body shots. And let's see how she gets on. Hopefully we can grab you on afterwards. Let us know what your thoughts were when she holds up the belt at the end.
Oh, yes, definitely.
So, hello to Mum and Dad. I know they're in the room.
Hello.
Hi, Dad.
Hello.
Hi, Mum. So, Ebony all the way. So, here we go.
Ebony all the way. Repping the merch.
Oh, dear. On that note, I'll see you after the fight.
See you after the fight.
Yeah, you take care.
You too. Bye.
See you later. Bye. Well, Nicola Hopewell joining us there. She's can't wait. She's been waiting for this fight for such a long time. Shannon Courtenay versus Ebony Bridges for the WBA World Bantamweight title. Let me know in the comments who's going to win it. Who's going to win this one? Send in your predictions. Tell me your thoughts. Going to be a tough fight. Two girls that are going to come forward. They just seem to run into each other and there's disagreements all over the place. Ebony's just been winding her up the whole time because Shannon's been biting. So how do you see this one going, people? Send me a comment. Let me know. As I say, for the rest of the night, we've also got the return of Savannah Marshall, which will be a great fight as well. And then followed by Conor Ben versus Samuel Vargas. Let me know your predictions. Tell me what you think. It's a good night of boxing. At the same time, it's just all sorts going on. Joining me now, Ender, my chief analyst. How you doing, Ender?
I'm good. I just put up on Twitter there that I don't see how this benefits women's boxing. You have great women fighters there like Taylor and Jones and Shields in the USA, and they are the creme de la creme. Sorry? Jonas, sorry.
No, that's all right.
Shields, Clarissa Shields, Natasha Jonas, sorry, and Katie Taylor. They're you know the really women's boxers to be looking at as kind of the pinnacles of the sport. This is
well, to be fair, let's break it down before it all happens. Shannon Courtenay kind of looked at as the golden child under Eddie Hearn. The girl that was going to come in has got the look, you know, coming forward. She was going to be the one, wasn't she? Let's be honest.
Well, I think Katie Taylor is his real golden child, and he knows.
Oh yeah, but I mean, in this division, and then you look at Ebony Bridges. 5-0. She's fought in Australia. She had a tough fight out last one against Carrawell, who was pretty much made of titanium, in her words. She was one of those that you could just hit all day long and she weren't going anywhere. Intriguing fight, but Bridges has put herself in a great position. You can't knock the girl in the sense of self-promotion.
Oh no, absolutely. I mean, as promotion goes,
she's put herself perfectly in this position, hasn't she? And Eddie loves
every pervert on Twitter tuned in.
But I mean, in the sense of every person gets behind it, whether you like her or not. That's how she rolls, isn't it? So,
no, I am definitely shouting for the Antipodean here. Australian.
Yeah.
Good. You're going to absolutely fucking floor me with a punch when you meet me in person.
Not at all. Not at all. I just won't turn up at the airport. But I'm only joking. I'm actually trapped behind my desk. But before we go into the fight, I'm literally stuck. Before we go into the fight, I'm just going to have some of this.
Some of this.
Are you ready?
Welcome back to JG's Fight Talk, sponsored by Rich's Boxing and Limitless Creations. And you are with me and my chief analyst, Ender. Drop in the comments. We're here for Courtenay versus Bridges.
Yeah, especially if you're a woman boxer.
Sorry?
Especially if you're a woman boxer, what do you make of this fight? Am I being too hard on them? Do you see this as a good thing because it promotes the sport, gets more people looking at it? Or do you find it's debasing of the sport? Give us your opinions.
Yeah, I'll drop it in quickly. I spoke to Carly Skelly the other week, and she made it quite clear that Bridges shouldn't really be in there. She said, what has she actually done to warrant a world title fight? But when actually,
and the fact this is for a world title as well.
But the thing is, what was the original setup? Obviously, if we go back to Courtenay versus Bull, wasn't it? And they had their fight, great fight as well, by the way. Rachel Bull, fantastic boxer, really kept her at bay, got stuck in when she needed to, just a great performance. Rachel Bull came out on top. So then Rachel Bull was supposed to fight Ebony Bridges. Bridges damaged her shoulder, so she was out. Then Rachel Bull went on to fight someone else. Shannon Courtenay went on to fight someone else, and then it was going to be Courtenay versus Bull again, wasn't it, for the rematch for this title?
Yeah.
And then obviously Rachel Bull got COVID in January, so that put her out. Bridges had a fight 4 weeks ago. They said, how did you get on in your fight? And she said, basically, ready to go, let's go for it. She flew straight from Australia to Philadelphia, and then Philadelphia straight to England to finish the finish off her camp, basically. Hats off to her for taking this fight, because at the end of the day, a lot of people have given us, a hard time, really. And if anyone offered you, Ender, like a world title fight, you're not going to turn around and go, nah, no thanks, because you don't know when that title is going to come round again. So hats off to Bridges.
I kind of turn it down. I think I'd be killed.
But you know what I mean.
I do know what you mean. If I'm a boxer, if I'm a pro boxer,
and someone offers you that after 5 fights, your 6th fight is going to be for a world title, and it's a bit of a no-brainer, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Let's wait for this one. This, in my opinion, and it's no dig at the girls. This is going to be a dogfight. These two are literally going to meet each other in the centre of the ring. I know how Ebony fights. I know a lot of people haven't seen her fight. I was lucky enough to see it. But they'll meet centre and they'll just go. And Ebony looks relaxed.
She does.
You know, look, 5 fights, 5 wins, 2 knockouts. I will tell you now, she's got a mean uppercut. And her body shots are brutal. It's just what she does. And like she said, I just want to get the eyes on the women's sport and show what I do. Can't grumble at that, can you?
She's got a certain swagger as well, I see.
Yeah. Which is good, because when you look at the female game, the characters in there, she's a real character, isn't she?
That's the word, yeah. She's a character.
So, yeah, we shall see. Shannon Courtenay, age 27, obviously younger by 7 years. 7 fights, 6 wins. We shall see.
And they're both choosing to wear white.
Yeah, a lot of showboating early on. But then I think that's probably been the thing throughout, hasn't it? Let's be honest. If you're watching for the first time, head over to YouTube, JG's Fight Talk, hit the subscribe button, check out the rest of the content when you're not watching the live watch-along. Yeah, check it out. Send us your comments on the fight. How do you see this one going? Courtenay versus Bridges for the vacant WBA World Bantamweight title. We are off in round 1. Go on, girls. Let's just hope they both come out unscathed. No one gets hurt. And, yeah, wish them all the best.
Absolutely.
So, Ebony takes centre of the ring. Courtney's got that kind of typical style where she only moves left.
Very novice style.
Yeah, it is really, isn't it? You know, but, you know, early in, you know, we're round 1 of 10. That's a hell of a step up if you haven't done 10 rounds before, isn't it?
I don't think we're going to see 10 rounds, to be fair.
No, I think the two of them are just going to dig in and show us what they got, I think. So we shall see. As we say, both women are wearing white, which is really helpful for us to try and describe it to you.
Courtney's got the gold tinted gloves and Bridges is pink tinted gloves. And they're trading some leather here, but Courtney's on the ropes and Bridges is in the center of the ring. But Courtenay, in fairness to her, is a good jab. She's throwing out the jab, so she's scoring with that.
Yeah, so far I think they're both throwing some leather, aren't they? Really,
absolutely.
They're both giving it as best they can, and I think the difficulty is it's round 1, isn't it? It's sort of that touch jab sort of round. There was nothing too excessive in there.
No.
Ebbs had her against the ropes a couple of times, but nothing sort of Courtney can't handle. But yeah, I think if they kind of figure out each other early on, then it could be over very quickly.
Yeah, well, I give the first round to Courtney. Sorry.
Yeah, same here.
Just because she had the clear,
more accurate.
The more accurate scoring punches were from Courtney.
Yeah.
So this faggot gives it to Courtney.
But yeah, it's one of those, isn't it?
Mm.
I don't think the mad thing is, I don't think they're going to be particularly satisfied if it goes to points. I think it's one of those fights, isn't it?
Well, I can't imagine it going to points.
Well, we've got a message from Russ. Hi, Joel and Ender. So
No, he didn't say that.
no, but that's what he meant.
I know.
So yeah,
My name is Enda, E-N-D-A.
but evening, Russ. Thanks for joining us. Tell us what you think is your prediction. Yeah, let us know what you think.
Bridges has come out fighting here in the second round.
Yeah, Courtney's landing the cleaner punches, but also her face has gone red really quick.
Yeah, because Bridges got an excellent shot there almost at the very beginning, and she's got in there again and again. But then Courtney's come back herself.
Thing is, they almost. Oh look, we got. Cool, they are literally exchanging. Bridges is definitely coming to this second round. Mark Gunn, lads, joining from YouTube this time. Thanks for joining us,
Mark. And don't forget to hit subscribe, but I think you're a subscriber already.
Yeah, and Russ has put sorry and autocorrect.
Well, autocorrect it to my name. No, that's fine.
No, thanks for joining us, lads. Let us know how you see this one going. But yeah, definitely Bridges having the better of round two here, and she is throwing absolute bombs, isn't she?
Absolutely, and just as you say that, then Courtney came back with a few of her own. But for me, this is definitely a Bridges round, so that'll give them one round on.
Yeah, I think Bridges. I don't know whether she's cut or whether that's just swelling around the top of the braid there at the top.
Yeah, it's very red, isn't it?
Oh no,
it's Courtney's cut.
It's Courtney's head, isn't it?
It's Courtney's. She absolutely opened up the side of Courtney's head, and a doctor could look very.
We've got yes joining us. Hi lads, walking dog listening to you both. Oh, I love it. We are in the ears and in the mind of someone right
coming
now.
In your ears
Yes, thanks for joining us. Really appreciate it. Enjoy the dog walk, and thanks for listening. Really appreciate it.
I hope you're back home for Ben Vargas.
Yeah. If not, join us for that as well.
Well, join us for that anyway. Bridges for you, yeah.
Russ has jumped in and said Bridges for me.
Yeah, Bridges.
Yes. It's Honey Joe's dad.
Excellent. I presume Honey Joe's watching the fight.
Yeah. So, great young talent, Honey Joe. If you get the opportunity, check out the interview with her. What a little star, age 9.
Absolutely.
Incredible youngster. Nicola Hopewell has joined us. Come on, Ebbs. Nicola Hopewell. Nicola came on just before you were here, Ender, and had a quick chat.
Is she not coming back on?
She'll come back on after, she said.
Oh, not during. Because she probably wants to watch the fight.
She's in the zone. But yeah, Courtney's really split, isn't she? It looks like it's sort of towards the back of the head, isn't it?
Yeah, it's definitely. She looks like she caught her in the ear.
Yeah, which is a nasty cut to have.
Absolutely.
Mark Gunn has put someone who's getting sparked out. Don't know who. Courtney cleaner first round, more difficult to score the second. 19-19.
Yeah, pretty much what we have, Mark.
Mark, we like having you on because you speak the truth.
Well, I like you more because you got the score exactly right in the previous fight.
Yes, at home with Mum, he said, Honey Joe.
I hope I'm missing
Mark Gunn's jumped in and said, Honey Joe is a legend.
Good man.
Yes, he is. We like that.
We do.
Well, this third round's been a bit of a
scrappy, very scrappy.
But this is what we came to expect, really. Two to meet in the centre of the ring and have it out. And
absolutely,
exactly what they're doing. Hasn't.
Well, Bridges is absolutely. Well, sorry, Courtney threw 2 big bombs there. Again, because they're both wearing white and white gloves.
Well, Bridges went down in her first fight, I believe, and rolled her ankle and broke it. And she actually got up and fought the rest of the fight on her ankle. So she's tough.
She is. But Courtney, in fairness to her, is for a girl whose ear just seems to be oozing blood, she is flying for it.
I think it's a case of adrenaline come
But that's
through.
a Courtenay round for me.
Honey Joe's dad has put, "Thank you, Mark Gunn." That's what we like on this channel. Having a bit of love in the chat. That's what we like. But
Absolutely.
yeah,
And if you're a boxer, and you want to talk to Joel, just drop him a DM on Twitter, and he'll talk to you and see, what you've got to offer in terms of if you want to be interviewed, at what level you're at, what you're competing at. Especially interested in amateurs, maybe competing for senior titles elite titles in the UK or Ireland. That'd be excellent. And novice pros, always good, or even pure novices in the amateur scene. Because Joel it's an excellent channel for everyone, and he's going to be covering MMA as well, as far, aren't you, Joel? Yeah.
Yeah, I've got some MMA fighters coming on. I've got some bare knuckle fighters coming on.
Yeah, you had a bare knuckle guy on there, and you couldn't tell you where the fight was.
Two so far, and I've got some more coming on, and it's really good.
So
Mark,
really,
as per Ebony putting herself in the line of fire, gives that round to Courtenay, I think 29-28.
Yes, we're all on the same page. Well, Joel, did you say who you gave that round to, Joel?
I think they're really tough rounds to score, because they're just literally they're not just jabs either. They are bombs. Every punch they're throwing is to really damage.
But if I was Bridges now, I would absolutely work that ear till it's raw.
Yeah. Test the balance. Because that's where you're going to get her, isn't it?
And in fairness, Bridges threw some excellent hooks there.
But good fight so far. The girls have actually come out, and I have to say, better than you thought, Enda.
Well, the level is at the level I expected, but their game,
Yeah, and you can't grumble with that.
The skill level isn't great, but I mean that the desire is huge. I feel sorry for them having to go 10 rounds, though.
Yeah, what a hook. Yeah, Ebony sort of tucks up well, doesn't she? She knows that Courtney's going to chuck them, so it's almost like we'll throw them then. I've got my guard up. But like Mark was saying, try not to put yourself in unnecessary line of fire. If you can take a step back and have those moments, but they're not those sort of fighters, are they? That's the
no. I mean,
Ebony's a come forward and throw hooks and uppercuts kind of person, isn't she? And Shannon a move to one side, rotating to the left all the way round.
Yeah.
But
who would you give that round to then, Joe?
Difficult one. I'd say that was probably an Eb round.
Bridges, yeah, I gave it to Bridges too, so I have it back at a draw. So I have 2 rounds all.
Yeah.
I wonder how Mark Gunn has scored it.
Yeah, let us know, Mark. As I say, if you're watching for the first time, head over to YouTube, hit the subscribe button. We've got plenty of content coming up. There's great interviews next week. I won't go into it, but there's some really great stuff coming up. Also, I don't know, I think we're doing it next weekend, is the Jake Paul one, just because apparently there's so much talk around this Jake Paul fight against Ben Askren. I think we just go for it and see what comes out of it. YouTube fights, so we might as well be on YouTube for it. Mark Gunn, 38-38. Ebbs just shaking that one with a work rate.
Yeah.
These girls are literally standing toe-to-toe. This is what
they really are. I don't know how they're going to get to round 10, to be fair.
No, I don't. Yeah, that's the one, Mark. That's the Ben I was talking about. Thanks, mate. Ebony to win. Honey Joe's dad. Well, yeah. Let's hope so. But I am being impartial.
This faggot wants Ebony to win anyway.
But yeah, if you're just joining us, we're in round 5 of the WBA World Bantamweight title, currently vacant. Courtney versus Bridges. We're sitting at 2 rounds each. But these girls are really going hell for leather.
They're certainly putting in a scrap, to be fair to them.
Well, and they said they were going to, didn't they? Let's be honest.
Yeah. It reminds me about, after school when two girls said they were going to fight and they were the kind of the girls that would absolutely tear their heads off each other. That's what this reminds me of. Oh.
Courtenay did
got
get out
caught
there. It looked like her legs went a tiny bit there. Well, I don't know whether they went, but she just kind of became static.
Bridges.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bridges' legs definitely went. There's definitely
good scrap towards the end, but it's
oh my God, Courtenay is dropping some bombs there. That's a Courtenay round and no mistake.
Yeah. We've got some more. Mark, I've never watched Ben. I've never wanted Ben to win a fight more than one against Jake Paul.
Who is Ben Askin?
He was ex-UFC.
Oh, then I won't know who they are.
So I think personally Jake Paul's picked the wrong fight this time.
Good.
So me and Andrew will be up doing a live watch along for that one just to see Jake Paul get knocked.
Will we?
I will.
Good man. There's a very good fight on tonight, and we're not doing it, but we're going to do a WW or.
Did you know they've actually got fights on DAZN, like now, as well? There's a separate card apparently.
DAZN UK.
I don't know whether it's DAZN UK, but apparently
this is on DAZN worldwide.
But apparently there is another card happening on DAZN at some stage this evening because it's going out of my head. Zach Chelly's on it, so that'd be interesting. And that's Usyk Promotions, believe it or not. So I'll tell you, they're really going for it though. There's a lot of blood, isn't there?
And Courtenay really seems to be dictating the fight now.
Yeah, I think Ebbs needs to find a knockout somewhere.
Well, she won't find it being battered like that. I mean, even her punches are kind of half-hearted.
I think it's a case of who tires first in this one.
Well, I think Bridges has definitely been rocked by Courtenay, so.
Well, she's pinned her to the rope, so some good shots there.
Yeah.
She's certainly
swing and a miss by Courtenay.
Working hard though, Ebbs, in this. You know, you can't stop her for that, can you? It's
no, not at all.
Crafty.
And a nice uppercut there by Bridges. But again, the straight shots are coming from Courtenay.
Cool, good left hook there by Ebbs. Yeah, it's just it's one of those fights, isn't it? As you say, they're just kind of standing toe to toe in the hope that they're going to land and hit the other person. Really, just a scrap.
Absolutely.
Cool. Good shot at the end there by Ebb, though.
I think I'm giving that round to Ebony Bridges. So we're back to even Stevens on my card, 3 rounds all.
Yeah, I'm going Ebony for that one just because of the coming forward. Yeah, she's coming forward. She's pushing the fight more, isn't she?
Yeah, and I can see there Andy Clark gave that to Courtenay.
Marks per Ebony is landing some nice lefts, but she's starting to plant her feet a bit.
Well, in fairness, in the previous round, Courtenay nearly had her out in her feet, so I can understand how she's, less nimble.
This could conceivably be 57-57.
Well, yeah, that's how I have it, Mark.
Yeah.
But the 5th round was very strong for Courtenay. It was almost like a 10-8 round, you could nearly say.
But you know, how I describe it, Ebbs is a bit of a warrior, isn't she? She literally comes forward. She'll take 2 shots to land a big hook. So looking a lot better in this round.
Yeah, she is. I think Courtenay was like, you were supposed to be gone by now.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. She almost put it all into that round. And
yeah, round 5 was her big round.
She's now almost thinking, shit, she's still here. So,
yeah, but in fairness, Courtney's still throwing them.
Yeah.
Bridges is throwing back. But again, she is answering rather than attacking. But she's got Courtenay on the ropes. And then Courtenay takes the centre of the ring again. But Bridges is throwing.
Yeah, some good shots going in.
Oh, that's a lovely hook by Bridges.
But the thing is, we could be like, as Mark knows as well, we could be scoring this fight. And then the next.
Oh, what a hook. What a hook by Ebony Bridges. And another hook by Ebony Bridges. She's digging in that result from somewhere fair juice.
Oh, good uppercut as well. I'll tell you, Courtney's landing some good shots though, left hands.
Well, Courtney's coming back there, and Courtney's straight.
But I'll tell you, she's landing some uppercuts.
Better with the jabs. The Ebony scores better with the hooks.
Yeah, the hooks and the body shots and the uppercuts are Ebb's bread and butter, aren't they? And Courtney's is the sort
jab
of
machine.
More boxing style.
Well, it's more Klitschko style. Jab, jab, jab.
It's boxer v brawler, isn't it?
It is.
Go! What an uppercut!
Oh, an excellent uppercut there.
Bloody hell, that was bang on the button. Hats off to Courtney. She took that like good.
He took that absolutely.
Well, I think that's an Ebb round.
That is definitely an Ebony round. Sky will probably give it to Courtney though.
But see, this is my bugbear. Is the fact that we're calling it this, and like I was saying with Mark earlier, they're calling it this, but that's the absolute shit of it. Is it could go to the cards and they go, well, Golden Child wins. So
exactly. But in fairness, it's Hearns' fight, it's Hearns' promotion. Home boxer always wins.
Honey Joe's dad said, "Wish I wasn't walking the sausage dog. I could be at home watching it." Well, honestly, really appreciate that we are in your ear holes right now, and
we're coming in your ears, as
we're giving you
used to say.
We're giving you sort of the best updates that we can. But last call, Ebb's eye looks pretty nasty.
Yeah.
But like you say, it's that warrior attitude, isn't it?
And she's straight in again.
Mark Gardner's put 67, 66. Come on, Ebbs. Problem is, I do not trust these judges.
No.
With you, mate.
It's Hearns' fighter. You know what's going to happen.
Unless there's a convincing.
Well, it's not convincing.
Even when we've had convincing outcomes, convincing rounds by a fighter, it's actually come out closer on the scorecards. Even though they've won it, it's come out so close. And you think, how did they get that? But this is it, Honey Joe's dad has put, very good, lads. Well, no, honestly, thank you for tuning in. Really appreciate it. And I hope the dog's all right. Yeah, it's just one of those. A minute to go of round 8, and they're literally standing toe to toe, and they're just brawling, aren't they?
It really is a brawl.
They're both getting tired, but they're probably talking trash in each other's ears, and just giving it. But Ebb's eye does look sore. Her left eye is really closing, but it doesn't seem to be bothering her, does it, Ender?
No. But then again, Courtney's ear didn't seem to bother her.
No, this is where these people are made of metal, aren't they? Really?
Well, they really are. In fairness to them, now they for they're all their bra and panties. They're scrappers.
Yeah, they promised, didn't they were going to have that fight, and really going.
And Ebony's put Courtney through the ropes.
But yeah, Courtney's really working that jab well. Ebbs has just got to find her rhythm again, hasn't she?
Yeah.
So it ended around there. I'd say that was more of a Courtenay round, that one.
And I would agree. I think now we're even again. So, I mean, like, the home judges, if they gave one or two of those rounds to Courtenay could be in front by two rounds. And I don't think there will be that much of a dispute about it, because Bridges didn't win them convincingly enough. Whereas when Courtenay won her round, especially round 5, it was a very big round for her that couldn't be disputed.
Yeah. Ender, I think we were wrong, and this could be going to points, you know, unless there's some real flash in the pan here that comes out of nowhere. I think we're destined for points. We've got Rachel Ball on the screen having a chat. Yeah, I really can't.
Well, there's 2 big rounds left.
I can't wait to see who gets Ball at the end of this, because I think that's a great fight regardless.
Well, I think Ball could fancy either of them, you know. And
yeah, I'd personally, I think it's a great round robin, isn't it? Between the 3 of them, really. Mark Gunn, 76-76 for me. Belting fight this. Yeah.
It really is. Oh, and Courtenay caught her lovely with a hook there, and Bridges is holding on.
Yeah, you can't dispute the heart of these 2 women. Incredible.
No.
But God, Bridges landed good shots there on the ropes, Courtenay. There's a lot of grabbing now. You know, the tiredness is kicking in. But when you have a fight of this sort of magnitude between 2 people, they're just brawling, aren't they? That you can't keep it up for 10. So, but they are going some, aren't they?
But Courtenay's still throwing out the jab, and that's all important.
Yeah, I think Courtenay definitely having the better of round 9 here.
Oh, absolutely. Courtenay is dictating the round. She's pushing her opponent back. Oh, but she got caught there. But that's only...
Yeah, she took a big left hand there.
But she answered her. I mean, like, look how many unresponded. Oh, I think this could nearly be over now for Bridges. I think Bridges is on the way.
Tuck him back, girl. Ebony's left eye has become a problem. Yeah, majorly a problem. I tell you, Eb made a steal there to stay in that.
Oh, what a hook! What a hook by Courtenay.
I tell you, she's still throwing them back because she will not let this go, will she?
Well,
but that eye looks sore. Doesn't look good. It'd be a shame if they stop it, but you know, I think they've really got to take a good look at that eye, because that's swelling like a good one, that is.
Well, there we go. 1 round left, and I have Courtenay 1 in front.
Yeah, that eye's bad. It's like an egg.
Yeah, but where is the doctor? Has the doctor inspected it?
I think they're just saying, look, 1 round to go. Go for it. Put it this way, you're not going to say no. Do you know what I mean? It's one of those fights, isn't it?
No, but the doctor could say no.
No, but yeah, I know what you mean. But as a fighter, she's not going to...
She won't. That's why the doctor has to intervene. But I really, really thought that Courtenay was going to take her out in that 8th round. And fair play, Bridges. I mean, she's made a far sterner stuff than I. And well done.
Well, last round. Here we go. The punch gloves at the end, I think respect has been given. You can't fault both these girls, to be honest. Can you, Ender?
Courtenay's going to jab and move here.
But Bridges is still brawling, isn't she?
Bridges is knows she's behind, so she wants to... Sorry, 1 second.
That's all right. But yeah, as I say, both of these are just giving it in round 10. They just want to go for it. Some big punches will come in, and Bridges is always sort of pushing to force Courtenay onto the ropes, and then unloading as best as she can.
Yeah. Well, Courtenay's in more control. Courtenay's controlling the round, jabbing at will. Bridges is definitely the more kind of desperate fighter at this stage.
it's one of those. They've both given it, haven't they? Let's be honest. You know, it's let us know your comments. We're literally coming up to 30 seconds to go, round 10. God, what an uppercut! The two of them
picking her off.
Really broad, you know. Courtney's bloody head. Bridges' eye absolutely swollen to pieces. Absolutely shut. What a fight.
Absolutely. Fair.
What? And to be fair, it was worth the build-up, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was very scrappy and very
The
novice.
build-up they said they were both going to go to war, and they have. So you can't ask for more, can we?
Well, that's true. Well, I give it 6-4 to Courtney there.
The corner has picked Courtney up in the air.
Well, yes, I'd agree with that. I'd give it 6-4 to Courtney. How you scored?
Well, yeah, Courtney nicked the last two, didn't she?
Yeah.
Bridges was kind of...
Courtney won the last three for me.
Oh, yeah. But I'm saying she just kind of... The last two, she just took it, didn't she, in the end?
She was in control.
Ran away with it.
Yeah.
But tough individuals. But yeah, Ender, did you want to go on mute for this one and check out the scorecards?
Okay, yeah. You stick me on mute then.
Yeah, I'll sort that out, mate. But yeah, as I say, one of those things at the moment. Interesting fight. Let us know in the comments who got it. Mark has jumped in here and he's put Courtney's fight 96-94. No quitting, evil woman. Some heart from Ebbs. Couldn't see anything in the last two rounds. Yeah, her eye like a bloody golf ball. But just shows these girls are made of metal. Really, they both put in great performance. We hope there's no sort of big injuries after this one. No long-lasting effects. You know, obviously Courtney got quite a cut there around the back. And yeah, Ebony's eye just really, really bad. I haven't got a clue. You're still walking the dog. That's a hell of a dog walk. Yeah, Dave Diamante's just over there now, checking it out. So yeah, Ender's just muted himself out for a minute as he's checking out what the scores are. So yeah, we'll just wait for Ender to come back in. If you're with us for the first time, welcome. Head over to JG's Fight Talk on YouTube, hit the subscribe button, check out the rest of the content. Mark's put, her eye's so bad, I wonder if she's broken an orbital bone. So yeah, we're just waiting on the results. I've got Ender coming back in, I believe. Ender, how you doing?
No, we're still calling it.
You're still calling? Hang on. So, just waiting for the results to come in. Yeah, Mark, basically. Yeah, let's hope she hasn't broken anything too much, because that's a bit of a worry, that. So, here we go. We just wait for Ender to come back in.
Yeah,
You're right there, Ender?
Courtney won on a unanimous points decision. It was wider, obviously, than we'd given it. 97-94, which I think is a fair enough result. But 98-92, I just think was very disrespectful to Bridges from the two other scoring judges. But we knew that in a Hearn fight, the Hearn fighter always gets the benefit of the doubt. I think 98-92 was too wide. 97-94 is reasonable, but it was unanimous to Courtney.
Right. Well, yeah, there we go. So congratulations to
But
Shannon.
great heart from both boxers, to be fair, and they both fought to the bitter end.
Well, as I say, we hope there's no long-lasting damage from the injuries. You know, Courtenay took a real blow to the back of the head. Ebony Bridges' eye was basically like a bloody golf ball. Yeah, but congratulations to Shannon Courtenay. She is now the WBA World Bantamweight Champion. I don't think that's going to be the last time we see Bridges. She markets well, doesn't she? And I think
absolutely, and she's a game fighter, and she'll give anyone trouble. So I mean, Bell against Courtenay should be interesting.
Yeah, and personally, I think Ball. I think Ball gets the better of her.
I think Ball's skill level should be, you know,
better boxer, a better boxer, and there's more to her game.
Yeah, exactly. But as we've seen with Courtenay, she doesn't give up. So if Courtenay turns it into a scrap, you know, but
But it's those punches, isn't it, where you can pick her off a bit more.
Exactly, and you're not going to stand there and trade. You're going to jab and move and pick it off, and that would frustrate a fighter. There's nothing frustrates a fighter more than a boxer that you can't hit, you know. Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see anyway. But an entertaining fight. I hope everyone that watched enjoyed it. It was well done from both women. As I said, the skill level wasn't the highest, but the heart level was beyond high. You know, they both gave it everything.
Well, here we have joining us Nicola Hopewell. How you doing, Nicola?
Hello.
Oh, well, how did you find that?
It was very entertaining, but
it certainly was.
I wanted Ebony to win.
I know. I can tell by the hoodie, and I can tell by how you've been, how you've been the last few weeks.
But Courtenay did deserve to win, didn't she?
They both boxed well, didn't they? To be honest.
Oh, they did, but like you wouldn't disagree with the decision.
No,
it was a bit wide.
Yeah.
Two of the cards were really wide, in our opinion.
98-92, I thought, didn't reflect that fight.
No, I didn't. It was closer than that.
Yes.
But congratulations to Shannon Courtenay. You can't take it away from her. I think she just grafted in those last sort of 3 rounds and took it from there, really. Because up to that point, her and Bridges were quite even, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Shannon just seemed to pick the cleaner shots, didn't she, in the end, unfortunately?
Towards the end. The eye must have annoyed Ebony with this short eye.
It went sharp, wasn't it?
It wouldn't have helped at all.
Yeah, but Courtenay had such a big round 5.
Yeah.
I mean, fair dues to Ebony for staying on her feet.
Yeah.
Because that was a ferocious round.
Definitely.
But, like we said, obviously, Nicola, the big talking point is Rachel Ball's going to be back with us soon. How do you see Rachel Ball and Shannon Courtenay going?
I don't know. Rachel Ball?
Exactly. Let's go with it.
Let's just go with Rachel Ball.
Anyway. Yeah.
Do you know what, though? Right? I'm really proud of it. I just want to say while I'm on, I'm really proud of Ebony, and I think she boxed really well, and especially on that big stage as well, and on Sky Sports and that. So yeah, I think she did really well, and we win some, we lose some, and it's not a loss; it's a learning.
But as we were saying at the start, we didn't see how either fighter could go 10 rounds, and they both lasted 10 rounds, and there were 10 ferocious rounds.
Good rounds. She did really, really good, and she can't be disappointed with what.
There's not too many boxers that will be able to stick that punishment for 10 rounds.
Well,
let's be able to give it back.
We can take from it the fact that Eb had her fight 4 weeks ago. She flew straight to Philadelphia the day after. Then she flew to England. It's not excuses, because she's shown no excuses at all the whole time. But the fact that she's done that and she's just gone, I'll take the fight.
Yeah.
To her. And, a great, it's another tick for women's boxing. And
absolutely. I think it'll, like you have your exciting men's fights that are just high on just action. You know, not the skill level isn't at the peak level, but the action and the heart is immense, and that's what people like to see. You know, some people don't like to see a fighter just picking off and moving. You know, I like that, but it's not desirable for a lot of people because it's not as exciting as ferocious battle that this was for 10 rounds. So fair play to them. And you've Savannah Marshall on next.
Yeah, looking forward to it. Looking forward to it.
So she should come through that comfortably, shouldn't she, Nicola?
It'll be a tougher fight, I think, than people think. But I think Savannah will come through it, and I think she'll stop her. But, yeah, Nicola, thanks for joining us as always.
Okay.
We'll try and grab you at the end of the Conor Ben fight if you're still awake and dressed.
If I'm still up.
And yeah, thanks for coming on. Love to meet your dad, as always.
She did.
See you later.
See ya, take care.
Take care, Nicola. What a star for coming on.
Absolutely great.
And let's be honest, let's plug it now. Nicola's fight on Fight TV, April the 24th.
We'll be covering that.
We'll be covering that. Really looking forward to that one.
I am too.
There's some great girls on that card. Nicola's actually got a really tough fight in that. But yeah, this just sort of perks you up ready for the rest of the evening, doesn't it? A fight like this, a good dust up, and now you're going to see someone like Savannah Marshall come out and give more of a tactical display, aren't you? More boxing.
Yeah.
So
you hope so, anyway.
So yeah, Ender, thanks as always for joining me.
I shall see you shortly.
I'll see you shortly for Savannah Marshall's fight, and yeah, thanks as always.
Have some of this.
Let's have some of this. Have it.
Have it.
Are you ready?